Hey Teddy, how are we? Sounds good. Hey Brendan. Banana, how are we all, boys? How's our Monday been? Marky? It's good to hear, Nana. Ooh, that sounds nice, Banana. Hey Hogster, how are you, brother? I got the little beep for once then. Yeah. God, stupid thing. Let me highlight. It's not letting me highlight. Tried. Oh my God. I hope I didn't mess anything up then. Logging on with two devices. Just want to play music. Come on. Just got to update this tablet. Hey Mick, how are you, everyone? Big Aussie Dave in the house. Oh, that's where the little beep come from before. Sorry, man. I don't know I can add them. Oh, jumped out again. Wasn't meant to, maybe then. Now I've gone blank on what I was doing. Hey, Camo. Ooh, critical mass. Come on, silly thing. And Mika. What are you doing, you silly thing?
G'day, Monty. Mic check. Mic
Hey,
check.
Kevin.
I can hear well.
Okay.
I shared your
Yeah.
stream out. Bong on.
Thank you. That's all good, mate. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't press on my own live just then. Trying to put music on through another tablet. How's your day been today, Tazzy? Did you work today?
Well, I had a good short finish today at 2:00, and that made my day 10 out of 10. But I tell you, one thing, like I love my job, but one thing ruined my fucking day, and it was legit, man. Like it's the most embarrassing thing as well. So one of my coworkers, I told her how to get on the medical. She's hopped on the medical or some shit like that. She's now spreading the word of the medical, telling people to get on all this sort of stuff because of, in Tasmania you can drive without being get a PTP. PTP he's gonna laugh when he sees this. So my coworker that
get me fucking PC working. Go, mate.
my coworker that what's the word that has got on the medical because of me. She was like, "Oh, tell me about the medical, like the vapes and this." She was talking about the Volcano vape, so I told her about my XQ2. But she was more interested in the Urban Leaf Night cartridges. She didn't even know what a dab cartridge was, so I explained to her. And long story short, I went to pull my phone to get a photo of the dab cartridge, and it was like I went to my screenshots, and I had like the most embarrassing screenshot. And we both just looked at each other, and she was like, "You do you." I'm like, "Oh my god." But I won't say what the screenshot was now, but it's like, man, it's a screenshot you'd only use for one reason, and she fucking knew what that reason was. It was hilarious. Anyway, bong on. I got this new pipe. I used to have the exact same one of these when I was in West Australia, except it was this long, Monty. It was about the length of maybe a little bit shorter than this Cyclone, maybe about this length of the green stuff. And I got it in West Australia from Off Your Tree. Bought a 1/4 ounce of, what's it called? Durban Poison from my mate, and it was some of the best weed I've ever smoked. Seriously, it was legit Durban Poison, full-on sativa, like, man, hectic weed. And I had a pipe about, 3 times the size of this. I showed the dimensions before. It's about this length. And I had to leave it there because you can't bring that shit with you in customs. No matter how you wash it, it still smells. Yeah, even the ISO wash. So I just gave it to someone, but then their mum found it. So he was like, "Oh my goodness."
Classic.
I didn't even. They blamed it on me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
Like,
Ganja Man.
I'll own up to that. G'day, Aussie Ganja Man. I hope you're enjoying the Tasmanian weather. It's doing snazzy. It was a bit rainy before, but it's gone well now. Been 22 degrees. Yeah, shout out to AGM. Bong on. This straight green cone is for you. Bong on.
Bong on.
Actually, it's got hash. It's a hash cone.
Come on, man. There we go. Fucking yeah.
Fucking camera, bro. Can't find the camera. Fucking 85 times. Fucking thing. Fucking cloudscape, you bastard. You're all paranoid about me fucking bicep. Joking. Hey, Cat Fam, YouTube. Hi, if you're out there, person who took the picture. I doubt it, because don't know this channel, I would assume. But I had a whinge yesterday about some shit I seen about the gym on TV about women who put their phone in the gym, and if a man walks past and he's like goes like this, and they keep going, "Oh, you're a pervert," right?
Yeah,
I go to the gym today. I walk in the fucking door. I Take Sunny's off, drop me in the bag, top out, throw me bag in the little fucking thingo, grab me sheet, put it on the bench. I'm standing there, and then in the reflection, chick sitting in the fucking hip abduction, pulls her phone out, sits it over the top of the machine, starts filming me. Oh, really? Filming me. So I see her in the reflection, and I turn around. She couldn't get the phone out of there fast enough.
Yeah, legit.
Double fucking people. Oh, I didn't say a goddamn word. I didn't go down and ask management to have her removed from the gym, revoke her membership. Like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
How about it goes both ways?
Yeah. You should have started screaming rape, mate.
Monty.
I could have made
No,
big
that's
fucking
a bit
deal
far.
out of it, and it's all
That's
on
funny,
camera
Alex.
too. There's all cameras
Yeah,
all through the gym, so they can see exactly. It's not hearsay. It's like, yeah, wind it back and fucking watch. There you go.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, I just
That
think
is
it's
fucking
stupid that,
hilarious.
one sex can have a bitch just for someone going like there's someone there, versus someone actually typing in a code, deliberately hiding the phone on the other side of the machine, trying to pretend she's holding on to the fucking machine while she's taping me. No.
Yeah.
I told one dude in the gym, one of my gym buddies, but I couldn't tell him who it was because we all talk to each other, and I didn't want to make her feel weird about the situation.
Yeah.
See how fucking nice I am?
Yeah.
If I don't have these sunglasses on, I singe my eyelashes when I'm lighting the fucking weed. And you can't have that. I've got super long eyelashes. That's something that won't grow back. You know.
Hey, down, Joe. How are you, man?
Eyelashes don't go back.
I tell you a story about my auntie.
No, I don't.
One day when she was in her teenage years, she got scissors and cut her eyelashes in half. She thought they would grow back twice as much. Now she's got stumpy eyelashes, and she's fucking 50 something. She's 60 something, and they never grew back in all that years. So that's pretty funny in my opinion.
Women used to, I don't know if they still do it, but they pull like their eyebrows out, right, to shape them, so they go that weird shape, that desirable. Yeah. When you do that enough, it doesn't grow back.
Yeah.
You can't pluck them out.
Plucking
You can
them.
cut it,
Yeah.
but you pluck them out. Yeah, they're not coming back after a while.
No. Same as waxing your head. And if you wax your head
Yo,
too many
I
times,
want to
it
wax
drops
my head
down
now,
back.
Monty. That's a good idea. Hey, don't give me ideas. That's fucking hilarious. No, I'll give that a go. Shave my hair, put wax all over. Maybe. Oh, bro.
Is your granddad bald?
Yeah, my granddad. He's. Ooh, I don't know how old he was. Good question.
Is it your
He
dad?
passed away recently.
Your mum's
Yeah.
dad. Your mum's dad is the one you worry about, apparently.
No,
Your
he
mum-
had good hair till he was 80. He's still 80. He's 80 and 90 now, so I don't know. Who knows, man?
Yeah, you're fine. And they always say it's your mum's father that dictates your hair. So if he's bald at a young age, you probably will be too. But if you had hair till 80,
I tell you the honest truth, I used to have real good thick hair until I bleached my hair couple times, fucking, and then it just thinned it out and fucked it up. So now my hair is a lot thinner. My hair used to be thick. Now it's not at all anymore. It's crazy. I wouldn't mind being bald.
how
I'd rather be bald.
The other day when I was walking in that storm, and fuck yeah, 10 years ago my hair would be up, and now it just goes and just folds over. It doesn't have the body and all that it used to.
Have you ever had what Aussie Gunja Man's run into there, that problem, Tassie, in the chat? Because I haven't had them do that to me.
Yo, here's the thing, Aussie Ganja Man, right?
I'm pretty sure they
man.
can do it, though, because, like, if it's a certain amount within the time, like...
Yes.
Here's the big
chemists
bullshit.
can be anal just like they are over tablets.
Yeah.
Here's the big bullshit. I had that happen to me one time, right?
Because you've had it.
No, but here's the thing. As soon as it happened, I got it with my doctor, got into contact, and I had a consult recently anyway, because this was a period in time where you can have multiple, I don't know if you can do this anymore, but you can get like, at the moment, I'm pretty sure you can only get like a certain amount of scripts new in a month. Whereas your old scripts, you can get renewed or some shit like that. Whereas back in the day, there was unlimited, and the TGA is like, hang on, what we're going to do is we're going to stop that. Because every time you get a new script that has to be submitted to the TGA, this, and this, and then they come back and they have to apply access, say, yeah, you can have the Birani, yeah, you can have the Topaz, yeah, you can have this. So here's the thing. When I got that 21-day, automatically I was talking to my doctor saying, listen, my pharmacist told me I can't order. She's like, oh, that's a bit, it shouldn't be that way. I'll fix that for you. Sometimes it's a mistake, but sometimes it's, who knows? What I'm trying to say is, if you talk to your doctor, they'll 100% fix it. I've had that situation where I spoke to my doctor as soon as they told me that, and I said, no, I need every 7 days. Don't give me 2 weeks. Just because they gave it to me, here's why. Because I went from having 1 Topaz, 10 gram, every time I order, to 2. Every time I order, I get 2 Topaz now. And because of that, they're like, okay, we're going to give you 21 days until you can order again. I'm like, no. You're not going to delay me. I will order a Topaz whenever I want, every 7 days. And they said, listen, we'll give you every 7 days. Because they're not going to say, they can't tell you, no, we're only going to give you every 21 days. Only the pharmacy will, because the pharmacy can't change shit. Your doctor will change it for you. Your doctor should not tell you, nah, you have to wait 21 days to get that medication again. That's bullshit. They should not. That makes no sense. Like, it's just, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, the doctor can change it, but yeah, the chemist can't. So currently he's probably he has used the medication they allotted for the amount of time, and they don't want to give him any more.
Yeah, that's how they're being really anal now. Exactly like you said. If you don't
increase the script, and then that won't happen.
Exactly. That's exactly it, PTP. Because I breached my monthly limit one time. I had a conversation with the doctor, and she's like, okay, because you reach your monthly limit, and it's within reason, I'm extending your monthly limit, this, and this. And then once she extended my monthly limit, that's when I had that 21-day issue. Because I had all these scripts. I had 5 scripts to my name, and I only wanted to order the 1 Topaz or whatever. So, yeah, it's interesting. I know what you're saying. It sucks to be in that position. Because, like, no one's going to make a 10 gram last 21 days. I don't care who you are. Unless you're smoking CBD flower, maybe. It's ridiculous bullshit, man. That's crazy. I can't believe he's going through that. When you chat with your doctor next, let me know. Yeah, just get your doctor to chat, talk to them again. That's bullshit, man.
And BBK.
More money to spend.
Yeah.
Bong on big boy Kush. It's getting close to 5 o'clock. I'm going to have to dip soon. Do some watering.
I did a bit earlier. And looks alright. I went down and brought a couple of trays, big ass fucking trays, put them under the pots. Even though the roots were just starting to pop out of the pot and go into the ground, I probably should have left it. They weren't in yet, but they were laying there ready to make their way. Little worms and bugs and nice soil under the pot. Just leave it. Need them to be able to have an abundance of food and water, just in case. I'm busy. I have to neglect them for half a day or a day.
Cheers, Taz. Will do. How much is your cost? What's it called? Follow up, repeat, renewal. How much does it cost to talk to the doctor a second time? The follow up consultation.
Fucking hell is that, Baker?
Baker Perkins. Oops. Shout out to you.
What is that emoji?
Is that a sun? It's the sun. It's the
sun.
moon. $49. That's nothing. Oh, and actually, $50 is a lot of money, to be honest. At the same time,
That
looks good. What is that, Monty?
That's
IndyMed
Tempo.
Yeah, no way.
That's
You go
pretty
B2B. What you're saying? That looks crazy.
Got some foxes on it, yeah? No?
The other one, yeah, they had like little crowns on each. Like you see it a lot more on the Indica, like because it's like cushy shaped buds and little crowns on fucking the top of each calyx type thing.
Monty, if you ever have a stream, yeah, it looks good. If you ever have a stream,
no more
Indica
blowing in the breeze.
Monty, if you ever have a stream where you're smoking the medical, you should change the stream title at the end to IndyMed Sesh or something along those lines, because people type in the name of that brand and they go, oh wow, now they're going to see, what the bud looks like and how you rate the stone. Even if the video is not all about, has nothing to do with IndyMed Tempo, you'll still get your channel recommended more heaps, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was closer to 50 as well. $100, push. Bloody hell.
$100 for what? A consultation? Yeah, mine's 75.
Mine's 60.
Every time.
I thought it was $50.
60 is fucking good, eh? Yeah. It depends who you go through. I would cough up the $100 consultation, because here's the thing, right? When you go to your doctor, ask them how many scripts you get, and then maximize the amount that you can get in that time. So I pay $75 and I get 2 scripts, a new one or 2 renewed, So some people pay $50 and they can only get 1 script. So by that standard, if they want to pay more, get more scripts, it's an extra additional fee. So if I was to get more scripts renewed than 2 in 1 consultation, it's going to cost me an extra $50. No matter what the script is. So it goes from 75 to an extra 50. So my doctor, instead of charging me $50 per script, like what you're getting charged, Big Boy Kush, I assume, if you only get 1 script for $100, man, that's shit.
The scripts
Monty,
are
how many
unlimited,
scripts do you get?
Thing. 4.
No, when you ask 4, no way.
4 products. 4 products.
Yeah.
I don't know, 3 repeats or something like that on each of the products.
No, that's
3 or 4
good.
repeats.
It's different with everyone.
There might
It's
be
very
more
different.
repeats. I didn't look at it, really. I haven't looked at the repeats realistically, so I just made that number up. I should say that.
The repeats is what comes second. It's like, how many products can you get in 1 consultation? That's the biggest thing that you look for in a doctor. The doctor that's going to give you the most amount of products, product changes or new products per low fee. You don't worry about the, what's it called, the repeats, because it's going to be 3 or 5. 3 or 5 is fine. Alternative does 12.
You got 20 repeats. Fucking yeah.
Some people do more. It depends on your doctor.
I've got to be honest. I didn't look at the repeats. Yeah, I haven't looked at that at all.
If your doctor's reasonable and she goes, okay, if you're ordering, say, 1 Topaz every week, you should have 4, repeats, or 5 repeats in a month.
You should get at least 3 months or 4 months worth.
How long do you want to talk to your doctor? You're going to talk to her in a month or in fucking every 3 months?
If you're happy with your product, you should only have to talk to them every 3 months or so, like that. If
that's what mine is.
Seeking to change product, then you obviously make a new appointment, and then ones could be in between a bit quicker. But
it costs a lot for them to put time into sending a TGA approval for a script for you. Like, it takes them time to go do that as well. Like, as well as, like, yeah, that's all I can say. No comment.
hey, fair. How are you, bro?
Hey, stay in the know with Fair Grow. G'day, Sir Bonks Lot 4515 and Fair Grow 420. He changed his name from Fair Grow Australia. There's another Fair Grow as well from, like, Europe. Fair Grow from, when you type in Fair Grow, they come up more than, well, who knows, maybe not now, because he changed it to Fair Grow 420. It's almost 5. I'm feeling alive.
Yeah, I
2 minutes
do.
to 5.
The IndyMed's nice. Both of them, the Sativa and the Indica. For 19%. He's better than street weed, fucking PGR. Fucking foul shit.
Who wouldn't want $90 for 15 grams when you pay $90 or $100 for 7 grams of PGR? Like, it's a no-brainer to hop on the medical and get that cheap weed, because you know it's going to be good and it's not going to be poisonous. It's good to see Nexus in the chat.
Comment.
He's probably spoken the Indian tempo as well. What did he say? Bulk build?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Sabons? No, you can't
That's
go
because
wrong.
he's going through a GP. He's going through that GP. 6 repeats STT 01, 6 repeats HGH 01, 20 repeats Tempo Sativa. Yo.
I talked to a mate of mine, he had 18 repeats. So, yeah,
my doctor won't do me more than 5. She says you're not going to get more than 5 from her. Bong on, Monty. Joint on, cigarette on, dart on. Smoke that dart, don't do a fart. G'day, Jeff Papilla, Jordan. Banana Farmer. Banana Farmer says it's mids. Would you rather have mids or poison? That's my question. You know, because people on the street, they get that PGR. They don't have the choice to go, I want Topaz today. I want fucking Birani today. They have to go with whatever they get, you know? And then now, if they're on the medical, it's a revolution for them. Now that they're full on, can do whatever they want, get anything they want. Exactly. They're not at the whim of the street weed. Exactly.
I'll show you guns, man.
Shout out indeed, smoke that weed. Have you hit the like? Show support. Fair Grow 420 says. Shout out indeed. Share the stream.
Med Sativa. Guns, man.
Sativa. That's the one Nexus likes to do. I don't know if he has the what's it called? Indica. I think he's got the IndyMed Tempo Sativa for the day, and he's got Jealousy or any other strains that by Coltiva for nighttime. That's what I think.
That's Indica.
Because if you've got Coltiva strains, why would you have the IndyMed at night when you've got Coltiva? Who knows if that works for you?
That's going well, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey?
You enjoying it? It's going well. You're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I've got complaints. So.
Whoa. It's one of the cheapest strains ever.
Realistically, like fucking, I don't know, like consistency is pretty much like Beacon, like the Girl Scout cookies and stuff like that for the dryness of the bud and the cure and stuff like that. It's very much the same.
They tend to do a pretty good job with the presentation of it. And HDH01.
That's the 30% strain.
Yeah.
145 or 150, something like that. Cheap.
Oh, exactly.
And it looks good. I've seen photos of it. It looks chronic as. But it's like 9 gram, isn't it? The HGH. Aussie Auto's got some when it was labelled 10 gram. But Sir Bonks when he was buying his weighed 9.80 gram. Hey, Mick S in the chat.
Hey, Mick, how are you?
Nexus says Indie Tempo. Fine morning smoke. G'day, Vin. Shout out to chat. Whoa, what the fuck was that? The biggest, brightest light.
Gang, you got to show
Okay.
up.
Purple Tester says 23%. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah. Heckers, checkers.
Yeah, exactly, fair. I reckon it's, man, for what it is like and what the price is, it's heaps good going. Like, fucking hell. You'd buy it over street weed any day. Fuck, I'm paying $2.50 for PGR, an ounce of PGR.
Did I tell you about those kids I overheard on the bus talking about PGR? Do you know what they nicknamed it? They call it PG ass every time they see it. I'm not even joking. That's pretty fucking funny. And they were 17. They were talking about what grade they were in. I'm like, you fucking idiots.
Well, at least they know PGR shit.
Yeah. Enough to call it PG ass. That's funny as. Shout out to the hash. Bong on. Boom, boom. Hey, Fair Grow likes that one.
Yeah. Hey, it rolls off the tongue, right? You're pretty much saying it anyway. You just got to add the S on the end.
Exactly. I was impressed by their creativity. I almost told them good work. But this is a while ago. I just let it slide. Fucking continued sitting on the bus. Chilling, doing nothing.
Purple Kush and Gorilla Glue mixed together.
Purple Kush.
The combination is like pretty high. It's pretty good for 5 or 6 days in of smoking the same weed.
Yeah. The Eshe lingo is evolving, Sir Bongsalot says. That is hilarious. Mick S. Bonging on with that bucket and that joint. You can smoke a joint, and then when you have the bucket bong ready, you put the joint in the bucket bong and whoo, use the last of the joint through the bucket bong. Have you ever done that? I've done that before. It's good.
I wonder, Benny.
In a bong, It just you can pull the whole thing if you wanted, basically.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to smoke that last 1/4, you just plug it into the bucket bong, and then you're done.
Whether there's someone food onto the PGR.
Oh, it's PGRs.
Yeah, PGRs. Instead of talking about PGRs, like having PGRs. Interesting. Wonder if we ever find out where that is. Does he go after it? Who thought of it and why?
I'd never find those kids ever again.
Fucking Tassie's not that big.
I was gonna say,
Well,
bro,
some people you see and you never see again. I'm not even joking. I've lived here for years, and some people you see them once in a blue moon and you go, I remember you. No, they're locals. They just moved to like somewhere else, like they live Glenorchy or Claremont way. I knew some people who used to sesh around Kingston, and then they moved to fucking Glenorchy or Claremont, and now they're fucking yonks away. Yeah. Hold on, chat. Yeah. Interesting. PGR's like 5%, 10%, like low percentage weed. I've had some decent PGR, but even then, it's still pretty bad.
The smoking of the poison or whatever that made you feel high or something. I forget how it works.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I've had really good, decent bud, but it like makes you wheeze after you've smoked it. So you know there's potassium cyanide in that. It's like, bro, imagine how much psychonutrients you've ingested and you don't know from the street
What do you
weed.
mean by wheeze though, Paddy? Like that, yeah, because I've had like, I don't know,
Like an
don't
emphysema wheeze.
I don't think
Like
I've
I've had a wheeze, man, from like smoking just straight green, and the straight green was actually like shit, like PGR. Like, bro, I've had one time I had PGR for like, I don't know, I don't even know how many months in a row. It was almost 6 weeks in a row, and it was the same Pineapple Express, and I'm like, fuck off, shit as. But what can you do? Didn't you buy a pound of it one time on accident?
Pineapple.
No comment. No, just PGR. You just got PGR one time. If I don't put these sunnies on when I use the lighter, it could burn my eyelashes. The cheat, you can feel it. You can feel it.
The glassy. The little glassy.
Yeah, this one. Still got weed in it. Put hash in it. I don't want to ruin my eyelashes. They're not even that long anymore, probably because of work. At work, you got to look at this like hot thing that cooks like meat. It's called a broiler. It's like an open flame, 300 something degrees. Yeah, it's a good machine. We got a new one. There's one that you have to manually push through. I had that for a while, and that was shit. It was arguably just as good as this, to be honest. Well, who knows, man? It's weird as.
Pizza Hut. Use them. Fucking.
Really? That's cool as.
Cousin worked there, and fucking. He was going there one time to open up. They make dough and shit. Fucking, so we just all went with him, and it was only him there. So we just made pizzas all night, all these different pizzas and shit. And they're all crap, basically, because we put too much stuff on them. They'd come out like too soggy or.
Yeah. That's why they got to put the right amount of shit on. That's interesting, eh?
It's a fine balance in that.
I never knew that. That's interesting. Yeah.
I can't
I
have
almost worked it.
too much on them all the time. You just got to cook them for longer.
Exactly.
Again, you reckon?
I almost worked at Domino's, but then one of my friends who went from McDonald's, he got fired, right? He is the same age as me, except same birthday as me. He's 1 year younger. He got fired for punching someone in the arm as a joke, and the person, like, it wasn't even hard. Like, it really was a joke. And then the person went to the manager and said, "Listen, so and so punched me." And that was his third verbal warning. He got fired on the spot. And it was awkward for everyone. Everyone was fucking like, man, no way that just happened. But he was, yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, he went to work at Domino's and he said it was shit as. One of my other friends who worked at Domino's said it's bad hours, bad all this sort of stuff.
I walked in there
interesting.
when it first started up. I walked in one time to a Domino's at lunch, asked for a pizza, and the dude got the pan, and then he picked up like a clear sauce bottle, but it had white liquid in it, and he just starts going and squeezing it into the pan. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's this? And then he starts getting the topping and throwing it in there into this white watery mess that he just poured in it. It was the dough. Like, I was like, what the fuck's going on? I didn't know whether to eat it or not.
What the fuck?
But their dough is 10 out of 10. It's like got some secret.
I don't know what it's
crust,
like now.
man.
This is when they first came to Australia.
Yeah.
After that, they had to change their whole recipe or some shit.
Oh, wow. Wow. Domino's is OG. I love Domino's. Did I tell you about when I walked into Domino's and this bloke, he's a manager my age, no joke. I used to see him in the gym and now he was huge before, but now he's like, oh man, let's put it into terms. He's 5'8" and he's at least 100 kilos, man. He's huge. Like his legs, they're massive. It's crazy.
I missed it.
And he's a manager there. The most buff bloke in Tasmania works at Domino's. No joke. It's like, I complimented him. Yeah, Rasta B. I complimented him. I'm like, bro, you look fucking staunch. You look huge. And he just started like, no way. I'm like, yeah, way, bro. He's huge. He's absolutely huge.
I walked into a health store, or like a bodybuilder store here in town.
Yeah.
The dude in there was like fucking, I don't know, 20 centimeters shorter than me. And he was fucking huge. I was like, what the? Yeah, it's bummed me out.
My Workforce Australia consultant for Centrelink, he's huge, man. And he's been at the gym for 14 years or something like that. And when he told me that, I'm like, geez, how old are you? He's not easy. He looks young, though. He looks like, bro, he looks young. And he's huge as fuck. It's crazy. He must be doing something. But he's balding. Hell bad. I almost told him about the Sebzizol. Is that what it's called?
Sebzizol, yeah. Or,
yeah, I'm going to tell him about that next time I see him. He might like it.
That same one as the other one I'm thinking of, but it's just cheaper. All it does is suppresses DHT in your scalp.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are you, brother?
Big Aussie Dave. I never knew Big Aussie Dave stood for bad. There you go.
Hey, look.
Bong on hook, bong on Aussie Autos. Stay snazzy. From
Hook's been lurking in there since the start. Or near the start. He said he was busy. He did say he was busy. He's probably in the garden. He's lurking.
Watching in the back.
Yeah.
Bong on.
I also got asked today how many calories I eat by someone. I think they look at how I work out, and like I'm not much bigger. Like I have increased in size, but not like Maybe
School
not to
event
what
finishing
I
up.
could have or what I do. I don't know. But
Don't you only need 300 above surplus to be considered in a bulk?
500 over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
He's like,
nothing.
"How
Like
many
my
calories
mate,
do you eat?"
you go.
Fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know, like 3,000 or 4,000. He goes, no way. No way.
That is a lot though. But no, from what you eat, from what you've said, you do eat that amount. I swear, you eat like fucking lot. One of my bodybuilding mates, he said, "There you go."
I told him what I ate for breakfast, and he just like he asked me if I eat Macca's. Nah, like 20% off at the moment.
20% off.
I don't know why he told me
Yeah.
that. Maybe he works there.
A 420 Superstore got attempted break-in, caught cans in 2 hours.
What? Sorry.
The 420 Superstore, is that like the big fucking store up out near Embley, I think?
That's terrible, as you Ganj, man. We don't want to hear that sort of shit. That's fucked. As in, we do, but we don't want to hear that sort of stuff happen in general. I know what you're saying. Hook said he had to do the school run.
Yeah, all good, mate.
Yeah, I realised that when we realised about fucking daylight savings, we got like 420.
420 Superstore.
320. Or 350 would it, yeah. Only
Who's
half
the
an hour.
bloke who run it? I forgot. But Aussie Autos, mate.
Queensland's 320. Sorry, Ted.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't stress. Aussie Ganjaman's just not sure what it is. But it's like 420 Superstore. I remember that. But it's like it's the exact same thing as Plugged Up Smoke Shop. No, not the same thing. It's quite different. It's got like a vast variety. Didn't Gear Changer go into it? 420 Superstore.
I'm not 100%, but wasn't the bloke that run it on the?
Yeah, he was. He was on the Aussie Gross Show at one time, but that video is not up anymore. An old episode privated. Yeah. Or deleted. Anyway, shout out to chat. I'm going to have to head off soon. Have a smoke and some hash at the moment. And then I'll finish this mix and then hit the baz.
Yeah,
I forgot what I was going to say. That's all good. Something to do with fucking... Full moon was last night, apparently. No, if it's tonight. I looked at it last night. It was so full. What were you saying?
I didn't watch the comment. Did you watch the comment, Mike?
I had a look for it, but the moon had like just come up out like, and when I went out there at 1 o'clock or something, it was like right in the middle of north. Like the sun was right in line with bloody Orion's belt.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm not coming out at 5 o'clock looking for the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks with astronomy.
Yeah.
Surely someone will have it videoed. They have telescopes right now that are so powerful that you could take a video. Surely someone would have videoed it.
You could see it with binoculars. So you'd be able to zoom in on it.
And it'll find it. It's got a tracking system in it. It'll find all the shit you want it to find, and it'll tape it to your computer, and then you can watch it later. Right. Might as well just watch a documentary or some shit.
I'm very content for that's for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be tempting, wouldn't it be, for AO to buy into it? See, they're trying to decriminalise weed in Tasmania. Greens are trying. The Liberals are going to vote in it.
When did this happen?
I just read it
why
this
are they
morning.
trying to pull strings now when it's going to happen nationwide? They're just trying to get, we tried to do this. Man,
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Make it happen now, right? Yeah, we'll see. Why would, Labour, Liberal.
Well, there's heaps of good daytime smoke, Mick. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd. You could happily smoke it at night time if you had to, but like I'd probably prefer the indica at night.
I want to get the IndyMed Tempo once to try it, but I probably will cook it into edibles. That's what I'd be doing.
Probably only the myrcene levels that like sort of differ the two because they're both pretty reasonable stones. It's just the indica
give it a
does make
vape.
you a little bit more tired.
Have you given it a vape through the XQ2, Monty?
No.
You haven't? No, I thought so. Why not? Give it a go.
I don't know because I've just been too lazy to walk to the other side of the room and do it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, it's no dramas, but give it a go sometime at least.
Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely will, Tony. I'm going to pull that, like, just from moving. I haven't pulled the elbow and all that out from moving yet, so I haven't unpacked it properly. That's realistically the only reason I haven't had it.
Yeah, that's all
do
good.
think about doing it each day, but then I get, I'll come out like fucking finding a sheep stuck in a fucking fence. Some other shit is happening each day, mate.
You'll get it done eventually. It's all
digging holes yesterday. So I'll just start coming.
Digging holes.
You'll always have that strain. It's not going anywhere. You'll always have it. So
That's
you'll always
right.
be able to vape
Got
it.
plenty
So it's
time to
no
do it.
dramas.
I will do a video for everyone as well so we can get close up better buds
Fuck
and just
yeah.
on live look at the better buds than just on a live. Because I don't know how to do big screen myself on the phone.
You should vape the sativa in like a midday sesh and then do like the night indica at night.
Yeah.
Do different
I do-
like sessions.
Yeah, I do stick to that M2.
Yeah. I really want to get the indica. I wouldn't smoke that unless it was, I don't know. Anyway. Man, this hash is good. You know what they say? Good hash ain't cheap, and cheap hash ain't good.
Yeah, because they name them different names, looks like. Right? They're not named after their traditional strain names. Like, I don't think we've even been given a strain names for the IndyMeds yet, have we? And, like, no one knows what it is. We're just all guessing at the moment, I think. People think the Indica's a push and maybe the Sativa's a White Widow, from what I've heard.
Patel told me the IndyMed Tempo looked different before. Now it looks different.
It looks different now.
Yeah. So maybe not it's not consistently one strain. It's probably consistently an indie, as in, who knows. Maybe the people doing it, I'm not going to say that anything. I'm just saying, if you think of it logically,
pink. And that's
how do they get it that
mixer?
cheap? They must get it somehow that cheap consistently from Canada. So even they must know the strain. They got to tell us sometime. Did Nexus say it in the chat? Oh wow, Kush Island Pink, like you said, Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the indica one. Yeah. So does anyone know what the sativa is? That's the green 19%. Because it's just green, there's no colour.
I think Nexus said it was like Jack Herer. Well, we'll see what he said. I don't think he didn't say it was. He said it was like that. Who knows? Maybe he didn't say that. I swear, he knows. He said that it's like fucking good sativa daytime. Blackjack. 21.
It's like a peppermint cross smell that.
Oh, real. Yeah.
Aylesford flower, I was getting the hook is Death Bubba, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we know the strains of the majority of them. It's just like, if not every single strain that you get, you know what the strain is, the lineage and all this sort of stuff, for sure. Like, I don't know. I swear. Who knows?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, when they first come out, for sure.
Like Sativite's releasing a strain that they use to make the hash. They use wedding mints to make the Birani, They use True OG, Wedding Mints, and Hidden Pastry. Those 3 combinations make the Beerni. But they're releasing the one strain. Who knows if they'll release True OG and Hidden Pastry? I don't think so. I think they'll just release the Koomba. Sativite Koomba, Koomba, 33%. And that's what it is. Wedding Mints. 7 gram for 129 beats the Durag. So the Dirty Banana, the Sativite Durag, is 129 for 7 grams, but it's 27%. And C-Dug loves that strain. But yeah. That's good price. 129 for 7 gram, and you get 33%. That's almost worth it. The 27% I know is worth it because C-Dug says it's worth it. But yeah. I can't believe it's 5:30. I'm gonna have one last hash cone and hit the road. Bong on, chat. Get a Cloudscape. Stay snazzy. Bong on. Cheers, PTP and Monty, for having me. See you next time.
It does.
See you, Percy.
Bong on. Smoke more hash.
Going up for about an hour, I suppose, just with ending.
Smoke more hash. Indeed. See you next time, stream. Stay snazzy. Until then, bong on.
That's it, Percy. Yeah, I think that's all it is. They do name their strains, but I think some medical companies like to keep their own because they can't advertise it, I suppose. So, I don't know. Technicalities of it. Probably tried to list them and stuff. Just a marketing thing. Maybe medical companies don't want to be associated technically in a way like with the, I don't know, weeding or culture with the strain names that we have, so they come up with their own that sounds better for marketing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought with, like Gunham or Wome, like yeah.
So come out with the strains, the strains of Cooper.
When I first seen the few strains that they had years ago, I thought they were the name of the weed.
No, when they list the strains going to be, it definitely must be the strains. No, just some don't strains on there, like Dandy and Tempo and just even. before you order it. I'm going to speak to the doctor.
I wonder what they did to it. It made it fucking with all the terps. Oh, 25 is fine. If it's 27, you don't want to buy it. If it's 25 and it's 23. Still haven't had any of that biscotti or whatever. You know?
G'day, boys.
Hey,
Dave.
dude.
Hey, guys. Good to see you. Hang on.
Good to see you, bro.
And I'm going to rejoin. Sorry, I got to turn my headphones on. It's coming through my phone speak. I'll be back.
How are you, bro?
Uber tough.
Hello.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Yo.
Good. I'm good now. Yeah, what's happening? Good to see you guys.
You too, bro.
Nice.
Walking the dog.
Hell yeah. I'm about to walk my neighbour's dog.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's
What's that?
walking the neighbour's dog for him.
Yeah. Well, she's in Sydney, so when she goes away, I take care of the animals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Neighbour's dog.
Oh, yeah. What are you guys smoking?
Meant to take concert.
Yeah, nice.
We swap out the first mix of it in.
Yeah, I love my tempo, man. It's so good. Alright, hang on. I'm just gonna find my sunnies. I'll be back in a second.
Because people want to know, it's all based on THC, but it's like everyone wants to raving on about the percentage of THC, so they want that limited, and I suppose also so doctors can go prescribing stronger medicine or less stronger THC medicines to people that that matches with their experience with cannabis, I suppose. You're trying to say. Nice, Sonny.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Got it.
I bent them on Australia Day. Fucking around in the pool. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fine.
Don't buy expensive ones because I always crack them as soon as I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, these are my first prescription pair. Makes it so much easier because I'm so used to having to pick between being able to see properly and having sunglasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I can actually go outside and see things. Oh, nice. You got sunnies on too. Very nice. We're the sunny boys.
And folks don't know whether it's wondering about semantics a little bit there. Like, doesn't matter whether it has the strain first or the THC first. So, no, has both on most bottles. So,
Yeah, I mean, as long as they've got
it
both.
doesn't matter what goes first, whether you call it cookies and then have its percentage of THC, or whether you have the THC and then the label like strained down in a smaller print. Just semantics there.
I don't see an issue either way. Yeah, I agree. I feel like, I'm surprised. I'm interested that one of mine has the strain and one of mine doesn't. I wonder why that is. I guess it's just not regulated. Like, they just don't have to.
Well, people found out it's different too when you remove bottles, labels of some of the bottles. There'll be another label underneath it.
Oh, wow. I can't find my keys.
Doctor, I suppose like with different medical companies, I suppose like just answering chat questions like different medical companies and stuff, and you know how like big pharma, big medical companies work and doctors work, and they team up with certain companies and that, and only work with those brands, right? But then if they just like across the medical thing have it labelled as T25, T20 or whatever like that, it doesn't matter them having to worry about remembering different strains or this person have like if they can't get it, they can prescribe a different strain. It's at least T25. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just all, That's what's going to come with like legalisation. Like legalisation will cause more regulation and silly little rules and stuff like this that we all got to do.
And I'm just gonna put the leash on this dog. I'll be back in a minute.
You're right, mate. Do your research before you order. Just like look around before you buy. Cars rebranded a different name from Randy. Let's talk about AI when it's finished. It's big pineapple expression on the PBR breast. It's a PBR pineapple express is very good. In those holes yesterday wasn't very good for the lower back, especially like removing dirt from 2 feet lower than your foot level. It isn't great on the back.
Had you go get the repair? Do you have to repair, or do you just have to uncover it? Oh, you thought it was broken, maybe, or blocked.
Like, did we have an earthquake disaster happen sometime in the last couple of hours? Not aware of around the world.
I did always like a big one. I don't know. I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, apparently there's a big one just on the news just then. They were talking about some volcano, not earthquake, fucking disaster And I'm like, wow, I didn't hear of this yet. When did this happen in the last couple of hours? I don't know. I reckon people would buy it pretty good here too. Fair. Imagine the punch on that. Couch locked that number down.
Turkey. An hour ago. Damn, pretty big, 7.8.
That is pretty populated places too. Like Syria's a little bit. Oh no, because they all moved into Turkey, I suppose. The country. Yeah.
They're already saying hundreds in the top.
%22% not shit. In trips, there are a lot of the things that hit me.
No.
The Indymed tub was sealed well, just like the Beacon tubs. I'll say that about them. Where are they in Victoria? I wonder if they're testing without a fee. Oh, it's 3 grams extra. Yeah, nice. $13.grams. Nice. That's like jealousy. Once you do the jealousies, it's good for giving an extra 3 grand, people. I don't think the base the boys got 3 extra grams in it. An extra 1 and 1.7, the smallest to me. Hey, hands, how are you, brother? Unless you're a medical company, you can write it off as tax expenses for testing. I wouldn't trust them to do it. It'd be just some front for police shooting fucking people in. And I don't accept cash, so I get access to your bank account to seize that. I bet not, man. $67 a day after first month. Is that what they give back, or is that what it costed them? Just imagine how bad it's going to be when we get home. I mean, there's no old age care and to live in. All these health should have been covered. The dog come, you think. Medical expenses and that. Private health's not worth getting. It's realistically not. Don't get treated any better in hospital or anything. With the rest. I don't know why I still pay for mine. Probably because I've got a head like a sheep and forget to ring up and cancel it. No one just like me. No one like the day I cancel it, I'll fucking need it the day after. Some stupid, obscure reason I've never seen. Never been accepted if it wasn't seen in some sort as a medicine. So it was the road I had to take. Yeah, I reckon that's what's going to happen. And same as Canada's, like they've already been talking about the one Canada's model and that with when they front the bill. So, like, we'll need to be classed as a medical patient to grow your own meds and pay for a license or something, like they do over there. Yeah. Also, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one to police, isn't it? How are they going to? Because with alcohol, they can like put the 0.05 with THC. That's really not possible. So I wonder how they will police this. It can't walk the line stone. There's something wrong. It's going to be the easiest sobriety test ever. More uncoded when I'm not stoned than when I'm. I reckon it will be like that because I won't be able to do something. I think they should be able to get to drive on every other medical fucking medicine. I just advise not to if feeling dopey or drowsy. You can't have the world to be in any state in some fucking wrong. People need to be held accountable for their actions and decisions. You know whether you should be driving or not. Just like drunk drivers do. Yeah. You're not going to be able to police it because of how long it stays in someone's blood system for. Won't be able to tell whether you smoked it then or a week before, 2 weeks before. That's why they have road laws and stuff. Usually the way accidents happen, usually there's always someone at fault for them paying attention to some shit. It's scary, some cunt on their phone and driving and leave. And they don't take everyone's phone away just to stop people from being on their fucking phone or stop their fucking phone from being caught by a camera. You get done. The insurance companies pay. what insurance is for and your excess. Even when you're in the wrong, you pay the excess. They certainly do, Brendo. Insurance companies don't care as long as they're getting that monthly thing. The fucking chances of you having an accident fucking that often. Hence why you fucking excess goes up if you have them too often, and then you get to a point where insurance companies won't insure you if you're that bad that you're just crashing. Or you've got to pay some ridiculous amount to fucking cover your crashes all the time. And if you're not insured, you go to jail for killing people. Killing people and children, but fucking go to jail to pay off people's fucking property when you smash it. You're not insured and don't have an insurance company to pay that out for something else's damages. How many stoners are going around getting smashed up in 3 times in 1 year? Fuck all. Fuck all you get having one crash in 3 years. Go-kart track hunters used to like fucking stoners coming in because they'd drive fucking slower than fucking everything else. No, that's right, Nexus. People know whether you're fucking impaired or not, whether it's by Panadol, Valium, or whatever. You get out of the car, you're swearing to the cop after you just plowed into a family of 5, you're in the shit. It doesn't matter what drug you're on. I know.
I didn't say I had brain damage, but he did go, do you talk like that all the time? Yeah. Alright. But yeah, I just had a few bells and pretty big night, and I was dropping people off.
Every time I've had cops accuse me of being on shit, I've been straight as a die.
Yeah.
Yep. Accusing me of slurring my words and all sorts. I'm just like, wow. Just standard practice. You just had that sentence always used on people when you pull them over. Didn't help. My mate was in the backyard, blind drunk. Back of the seat, actually, not backyard, back seat, blind drunk. Just talking from the back seat. When New South Wales police it was too. And their breatho's different to ours. Like, you know how you blow into the Victorian one? You just speak in front of the New South Wales one. It's just this little metal probe, yeah. And he was talking in the back seat as they stick it in the window, and he's sort of half leaning forward so he could talk out my window to them at the same time, and just the alcohol off his own breath made it register, and they're like, "Rrr." I'm like, no, that's him. I'll get out of the car and do it, so we can't have him detecting that thing, setting it off.
Last one I had pretty flash.
And I have plowed into a parked car, but I was so on the nod when I did that.
I reversed into one. Straight into it, mate. Put the whole boot of a HZ inside some little Toyota. It was gone. It was no car anymore. It was in some little old lady's car or some shit. Fucking hell.
I don't. Yeah, it was. I don't know whether it was a new VE or a VZ. Black. I only opened my eyes like a couple of meters before plowing into it. Nearly missed it. I nearly missed it. I'd opened my eyes like a second before. I would have missed it. But when the cops got there, like, that was the last thing on their mind was breath on doing any of that shit. When they got there, I just said, I swear, miss a cat. I hit the car. This is why you don't swerve to miss animals.
Yeah, that's what they tell you.
And so they just accepted that one.
I fucking backed out of drive and I hit some flashy little car, like, you know, like some quick zippy thing. And like when I hit it, I kept going. I'm in a 4-wheel drive, and people in the back of my car, they're going, "Oh, stop!" I couldn't even feel it, and their car was about to tip over on the roof. Like, that's how I pushed it back that far. It lifted up and nearly flipped over. I'm like, oh fuck! So I pulled forward and it fell down. And they're on their front lawn having a barbecue. That went well.
On the XF, I only broke the steering arm and it dented the front corner panel, or front bumper I have to replace. It ripped off that VZ. I
rode off a car with my car, but it was his fault. I'm driving down Paco Street. He's off one of the side streets. And I could see, like, I looked down the road and I could see him sitting there, and he sort of looked like he wanted to go, but he couldn't make up his mind. So I had right away, he had to wait. So I'm just like, there's plenty of traffic, he ain't ever getting. So I just sort of left him and concentrated on, you know, everything else, and fucking cruising down the road, and then all of a sudden he just fucking plants it. And I took the front of his car off from the windscreen with my car. And then fucking spinning around on Paco Australia. I was going to take out all them little verandas.
I've had
punching my windscreen as I'm spinning around when I could see him. Fucking punching my windscreen, pointing at him. You're fucked. As soon as the car stopped, I just opened the door and fucking sprinted straight at him, mate. All 4 doors open. There was like 7 cunts in there. They all ran. Only young, like 18 P-platers.
old lady ran a stop sign. You can T-bone me real good. I didn't know it was an old lady until I got over the car to wreck whoever was driving that car. And then was shattered to see a little old lady there and sort of like shaken too from it. So then you go from being angry to have to sort of end the help.
Like I had an old lady fucking dug a hole in the middle of a roundabout, right? It's on one side of the roundabout. We dug a hole. So that whole lane's gone. And it's big enough, this hole, to swallow a car.
And you're right, Gunja, man. You're not spamming.
Then I got it blocked off. And she just drives up and she starts trying to push the barrier with her car. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? She goes, I live here. I've got to go that way. I'm like, yeah, there's a hole here. You have to go around. No, I go this way every day. But I'm like, yeah, but there's a hole there. No, just let me through. That way. Like, I almost had to get her out of the car and drive her car around the roundabout for her. On the wrong side. She just, no, can't do that. You can't do that.
Sending dudes over a fucking drop, like a 1.5 foot drop, so the car would get stuck at a car park at a rave. People had blocked the entrance, and there was people just driving around in circles trying to get out of there. There was a little gap where this drop off was. And these dudes just asked if they could get. We just led them straight off it. Like, yeah, you're sweet. And knowing they would have. We were assaulted. That was fun. I've got another nail to pull today.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
You know, I cut down a tree branch and I shoved it up on the fence like a fucking one of them fence extension things. It comes on the roof on both sides of me house, but like, well, one's a neighbour and one's like a bit further away. Fucking comes on the roof and they can see it all. Done have it to that giant one. I just left it. I haven't bothered doing anything with it. Asking for trouble, that one.
I'm so glad I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, all the other ones are good and they're bushy. It's gonna be alright.
Hey, Matt. Good. Yourself? Yeah, I do realise, Cameron, that they know.
Nuclear. But France, I never thought would ever leave it. Like, they're fucking Nuke Creek, them dudes. And all the shit. Imagine how long it would take them to shut everything down they got because they got right into it.
And that's half of Germany's problem now, and Europe's and England's, because they did shut a lot of them things down.
Yeah, well, England, the ones they shut down though were mainly because they needed to be. They were there too long and they had to build another one to replace them. But you can't fucking do jack with the land once you've built one of those things there. They actually have people who sit outside the fenced off area that's considered safe, and they're snipers who shoot birds. If birds come in and land on it, they have to shoot them.
Yeah. Wind farms just aren't sustainable either. They're all falling apart. See how many windmills have been falling down?
If we're going to have a change in climate too, like what shoving windmills in the middle of the ocean is not a good idea, I wouldn't think.
If people haven't realised, it's just a big farce to scam more money out of us. It's time to wake up.
I watched that thing like that. Some hell engineering over time, if that's what's going on. But also, like it might not be so much it is, but it isn't. They might be warm enough to get that same effect anyway. It's gonna get that same effect anyway. Because some of the stuff that I've seen sort of like difference between the lower atmosphere and the upper atmosphere compared to what it was previously tends to say that it is warmer down here than it should be. Believe it or not, above us is meant to be warmer. It's warm on the surface, then it goes colder, and then it goes warm again. Stratosphere or something, I can't remember. It's fucking heaps of different layers of it.
Yeah.
It'll be the whatever one that the rockets when they throttle down. So when they take off, they do their roll, and then they'll throttle down.
That max G2 to that fucking inframe. Thickest part of the atmosphere. So they have to throttle down because they get something called max G or something. Max
Q or
yeah, max Q or something like that. It's weird looking in here.
There's water droplets or something. That's why it's so warm up there. They hold some of the infrared heat from the sun.
Yeah. There's a huge big solar farm up here at Winton, and it's only good for 20 years. It covers like probably 500 to 1,000 acres, and maybe more. It's only lasts for 10 to 15 years before they put all of those solar panels in the infield. Yeah.
Oh, well, 20 years if they want to milk it, but yeah. Then they'll they could actually leave them there, but they won't see it as cost effective. Because after 20 years, they drop to 80%, and then you running it to them. That's
there's efficient enough for them.
Yeah, so they just dump them in landfill and buy more. Did you see Tesla was trying to move away from rare earth minerals for his batteries and his motors now?
One day he's going to do that. I don't know what he's going to swap it for.
He looked at salt, but I think it was 384 miles they get out of the current battery, and they're only going to get fucking 260 out of salt battery. So in the meantime, I think maybe they might put half lithium and then half salt. They're the same size and everything, like designed the same.
See, F1 just come out and said, well, I don't know whether it was F1 or no, it was MotoGP, right? Because do you know how they had the electric MotoGP now? Aren't they electric bikes that they have a race and a competition for electric bikes now versus separate category to the normal MotoGP? Or the guy that manufacturers have all come out saying that electric's not going to be the future, it's going to be hybrids. Everything's going to have to be hybrid to make it work.
Okay. What was their downfall for them? Like charge time, charge capacity for a motorbike, or some sort of motor issue that needed to be fucking hybrid. When he was doing his interview, Tesla fucking they're saying the rare earth elements that they use are $7,800 a ton or something like that. And fucking the salt shit's like $3,000 a ton or something. Or maybe I got that wrong. Maybe it was like fucking. It was like $500,000 a ton or something. And
for rare earths.
Yeah, and the salt one was like fucking $3,000 a ton or something. Maybe that was like the kilo price, the 7,000. Yeah, fucking. If they can do it, yeah, why not? They can be sold everywhere. But apparently the salt battery lasts for 100 years.
Well, even though you only get 268 miles, maybe the lifetime makes that worthwhile.
Well, yeah, it's going to be better for anyone worried about having to remanufacture batteries all the time to replace them if they're going to last that long. There's some sort of environmental saving there, I suppose.
Sure. I don't want to rely on anything electric because I reckon it's all about control, so they can just shut you down when they want, and you go over your social credit system. You don't get to drive this week. You have to take public transport.
I want an old diesel, no computer.
Yeah, I've got one. That's what I've got.
Manual. Fucking manual, so I can go because the starter motor's still going to go.
Yeah,
so they run on. You want one with the mechanical fucking. I think they're all mechanical fucking fuel pump or whatever it is. And fucking, they run on compression. They'll fire on compression.
Yeah. Mine will do that. Mine will start itself going. If you leave it in gear on a downward hill.
Yeah.
Have to key on it to start itself.
That's the easiest vehicle to have if there's going to be an EMP. You'd be up and out of there in no time if you need to be. Or everyone else is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, well, the electric vehicles are fried. No more fuel for you. No more fuel for you. Off for me. And then they'll go, no car for you. Time to defend your car.
Main reason I keep thinking electric, like we need to still keep petrol cars, not because I own so many petrol cars, but because like if there is like a solar flare, some natural occurrence that has happened before, we know this and we know it's going to happen again one day. And everyone's got electric everything. Well, that's the end of that. So it's better to have some mechanical stuff hanging around that's not going to worry too much about that fucking shit,
Yeah.
Get a metal garbage bin. Put spare mobile phone and a battery and shit in it. That normally will be enough to help you out. Some chip packet.
I like looking at them old steam fucking pumps and stuff that they have. The old fucking machinery shows.
Yeah. Freaking bloke, one of the houses I lived in, bloke down the road, fucking, you buy stuff like that all the time. Weirdo.
You don't want so much for the stuff that works nowadays, man. Yeah. I'd
Well,
probably
that's
for sure. It's expensive when it works.
That's what he used to do. He'd buy it and it'd be like sort of not working properly or not working at all.
Yeah, seized and get them
Completely shit
fucking working.
and yeah, he'd spend time on it and fucking we'd clean it up and he'd paint it all up and shit and fucking he'd sell them off.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd have fun with it for run them for a while and shit. But,
they might not have much horsepower, those old steam pumps and shit like that. Fucking, but they fucking have a lot of torque on them.
yeah, a lot of the old stuff they all run real heavy like flywheels.
Yeah.
Helps with the torque.
Yep. Yeah, they all got pulleys and shit on them.
They fire so slow. Some of these things, like some of
Yeah,
these
they're like pump, 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 pump.
some of them had more time in between. Like, oh, maybe we didn't put it back together properly. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Probably got video footage of a couple of turbine engines that we built. I have to send it to you.
Most of those things are made out of cast steel too. Wonder whether you could still make that if you made the mold. But you could make it at home. Still good enough. Suppose if you just recycling steel, you could probably make it better.
Oh, that fucking old
Cast
stuff.
steel is pretty soft though, yeah. That fat.
Can we make diesel from hemp seed? I'm pretty
Sure we
sure.
can, man.
What's it? Putin telling Moscow. Did you know they built bunkers from 2006 or 8 to just after 2012? They built multiple bunkers, like, I don't know, it's hundreds or whatever, but like 30 or 40 bunkers all over the joint. China just built 2 giant ones at the same time. Russia were doing that. Nowhere near enough for China, but I assume it's not for the people, it's for the government. So.
There's no way they have enough bunkers for their entire population.
No,
It's just for their Politburos. Yeah, it's just for the government members, their families, senior military members.
Oh, China, yeah, for sure.
No, same with Russia.
Each bunker held 116,000 people or something. That's jack shit in country.
Yeah.
Where Moscow, Russia were building these mainly in Moscow. I don't know how many would go outside of it, yeah, mainly in Moscow. So, and they were nowhere near that big.
I bet you it'd only be for that little quadrant too. That's for the special people in Moscow. Where that chick got assassinated, that dude's daughter. in that neighbourhood. He has them all live in the one little area, so he can have them all watched, listening on all the conversations, so they can't go conspiring against him without being arrested quickly.
Like,
And it's not for their safety, and he has them all close by.
that's why I always think it'd be easy to change North Korea. Because, like, he's just saying he keeps everyone so close. It's basically like a town or a city, and it's basically all them dudes and their families. But if you wanted to finish it with minimal cost to yourself, you just take out that city.
I don't know, Camo, that is a good thought, but I think Russia would have all those details and would have had it for the last 40, 50 years since before the Cold War ended. They would have known where to hit and what to hit. Nothing's been really built since then that holds the nuclear triad that they can't get to. Just how well they're defended since then has changed.
Russia went to the moon. They don't need a balloon. And America knew where that balloon was way before it got anywhere near their shit. And
they tracked it over the Pacific, watched it come over to Canada, Aleutian Islands, Alaska, down the Canadian west coast.
Yeah, I watched them talk about the path and how they know that it was partially guided.
Yeah, they had
just
motors on it.
It's not possible.
Propellers and motors. They've already proven that.
It's
close-ups of it.
The moment they seen it, they would have known if there was anything on it for them to worry about. And if there was, they wouldn't have let it fly over their country.
Well, like they said, they don't reckon there was any cameras on it anyway. It was just EW, like just trying to suck up signals intelligence. And that feed is work in America's hand as well, because they could have just fed it false intelligence the whole time.
And if it's not going to hurt your people, it's to your benefit to allow this thing to fly over your country. Because then you can bitch about it, cause a ruckus in the world, and put another fucking point on the board against China.
Aussie Country Man, you need to look into the LEDs, mate. I run both. I run HPS and LEDs. Just because I wanted to blend the spectrums they both produced, and through winter I don't need to worry about heat. And the little extra heat that HPS throws off was good. But yeah, I think LEDs are the way to go. I like the bud structure and like profile, you get better.
Random and
Sunny's best for sure.
Good weed.
Nice, eh? What's our latest one? 13 kilowatt. I think we've got 33 kilowatts all up on the roof now. I've just got to get 2 more batteries, and then I'll go enough. I don't know why I'm buying batteries, though, if I don't really believe in it. They're just going to get fried, but then, yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Got to spend your money on it. And they don't let me build a little fucking coal plant at the moment.
Man, I thought about all that shit. There's so many different ways I could be paying so little or nothing at all, or making people pay me, but it would cost the environment.
I like Soul Strips brand of LED. They make a good rack, and it's really nicely affordable for having 301H in it and the Mango drivers.
Yeah, I only got 301Bs.
Yeah, the first edition of them, like when they're still the cookie cutter tin. Because that shit's, it was a brilliant move, I reckon. Like, I think that's smart, like, of a business, like, for used as a heat sink They bought Cookie Tins. Their first bat. It was smart. But no, all the like realistically, the price goes on. You weren't really paying for fucking the Cookie Tin anything. It's the fucking LEDs and the main drivers. The first models were 301Bs. Then what was it after that?
Meanwhile, drivers.
No, what was the LEDs after 301Bs? They had a 301 something else, I think.
I think there was one before the B, and then the
Or is it one before the B? Yeah.
B, and then horticultural, or H, which is the one now.
Yeah, 301B worked well.
Yeah, I had no issue with them. They're great way. You can
Soul
look at-
Strip will. So they'll fix it like you just got to pay for postage and packaging. Like when they come out with new, like if you've got a model that's a 301B, you can send them back and they'll upgrade it for free to the 301H. And you just got to pay for packaging and with fixing as well, like anything, parts and that, you can get them replaced. You don't have to buy a new light.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at the warranty you get on some of these name brand LED lights and what they are prepared to do if something goes wrong.
Soul Strip's made in California too. Like for something that's made in America, I think obviously the fucking LEDs themselves and the drivers aren't made in fucking, but the lights are put together there. But realistically, they come out cheap. Like it was $800 for fucking $850 for fucking 600-watt light, bar light.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
most other companies won't double. It's a triple.
I didn't see much in the spectrum change on the H from Memory Nexus, but I remember there's a 2% power, less power consumption, 2% less power consumption, 2% more efficient, something like that. $1,300. I think mine was around like 700 when I bought it, something like that, maybe. The biggest one.
Hey Ben, how are you?
Hey Ben.
420. 420. Yeah, more efficient. And tiny little bit different spectrum. I think it has a little bit more because one thing I noticed, like they have fucking on the bar light with the 301Hs and stuff, there seems to be a red diode in there as well. And probably an ion.
Yeah, LED.
On the older lights, they don't have them really. Like there might be an IR one that you can't pick up with your eye and that, but no fucking red.
There's two. Yeah, there's two different LEDs. IR and infrared and fucking UV. So you'll look at your light and so far there'll be a red dot. That's just chucking in the reds that it needs. Helps with the red and the
UV's normally in the blue spectrum, yeah.
The infrared light, and then the IR ones, they don't even look like they're on. They just look like a black dot.
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah. Thanks, 420. Yeah, UV IR.
With Soul Strip, you can choose between a whole range of different fucking. You can choose your different fucking diodes, and you can choose between wavelengths as well. I mean, yeah. So you could target whether you're going to buy a light that was specifically for bedrooms or buying lights that were specifically for flower rooms or buying a blended light where you just change the lamp hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where are you? Normally have the book hanging around here.
Anna remembers the numbers. I don't remember those fucking numbers. I was just trying to think of those numbers. I know it went from 600 down to 28, even 100, I'm pretty sure. I had to get in touch with Potsquatch and fucking talk to him about fucking, because like, yeah, when that started going into that depth, I was like, wow, I just want to change it hours. I don't want to target just veg or flower. It does both. Yeah, they're definitely worth it to increase the trichome for terp production. I reckon you get better terps with the LEDs than HPS.
Yeah. I know, they seem a bit kinder. I don't know.
I would go find my book. If I go up and get my light with the little book, because I kept all the boxes with the books in it and stuff like that, so I'll be able to quote exactly what the fucking spectrum's in.
I found the old Spectrum on my shittiest light.
I haven't read up on it for years since I bought them. Right?
Yeah, I just chuck this thing in and turn it on. It's supplementary. It cost me $45 or something like that, right? So it was the first thing I tried in LED. And yeah, it worked, and I bought more after that, but like good stuff. Once I realised, it's gonna be a thing.
I use metal halide. I've got ceramic metal halide, HPS 420, 420. I just use both lights still. I like to blend the spectrum. Sorry, PTP.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I just throw that in. Now.
Even fish tank lights go from UV to IR all through the fucking colours. From blue to reds, greens, yellow, orange. I used to put fucking seeds underneath a pair of fish tank lights as I was a kid before moving them outside so you can get early start in the season.
Yeah.
Pop them under a fish tank and fucking straight outside.
Good trick. Yeah, they have the light needed, they're just low power.
Yeah, that's why it's just good to pop seeds with them. As soon as they break the surface, you don't want them to acclimatise that warmth when you're going to move them outside. So as soon as they break the surface, just move them outside. Since they happen first. The
Spectrum is like fucking. That's a bitch. Can't say it anyway.
Yeah, it's to like stand beyond it.
Crazy red.
Yep.
Lots of red, very little green, and a big spike of blue. But it did the job. But it's like very, very old fucking tech. Yeah. Like it's where is the fucking? I'm pretty sure that it might be like maybe like the first Crees.
That dog are lights, I'm banned, don't they? Light banned.
And this thing I don't think even had a name. I think it was just called B99 Grow.
My first fucking LED was a Blurple Viper Spectra.
Yeah, I mind Viper Spectra. They have a few more LEDs than Spider Farmer on their lights.
Yeah.
Probably like 20 or 50 more almost.
One thing about blurple lights, the plants create less chlorophyll underneath a blurple light than they do in sunlight. I'm pretty sure.
Well, apparently they don't need green at all. But you just think it grows in the world under the sun, so you just make the light like the sun. Yeah, NASA, they're looking for efficiency and the fastest way, the best way that's tolerable for the plants and all that shit.
Is PPFD par? Is that the same measurement? Yeah. So it's like when you see the little par square on the bottom of the lights, when you're looking at light brands, they have their par map and stuff, and it goes from the middle out to the corner.
That does sound familiar, but I think you might need, like, it might be like a different way to measure it.
Yeah.
Like, meters and inches, fucking feet. I remember PAR. I don't remember VPCD. I remember PPFD. Barely.
I do remember both different ways of measuring the light.
Yeah,
everyone seems to be going on par mapping. You're seeing less and less of the other method.
Did a lot of research before I laid money into.
I tried to find Facebook and like a light that had all the same equipment as the top brands did with diodes and freaking drivers, but was asking a fortune for the packaging those diodes and light driver coming.
Yeah, well, you've seen mine. They're pretty bare. There's nothing flashy about them. Like Viper Spectra, and cold green fucking. They get a bit flashy. Like they'll add like fucking grills and fucking shrouds and. On just flat aluminium.
I only got the two lights from Potsquatch now in the HPS and C and some ceramic metal halide, CMD. I chose to bed under a HPS and blend the two LEDs with a ceramic metal halide. So I get a blended spectrum. It's Hazzy Live. When did you do that?
Your border.
He must have. He didn't come back.
Oh, yeah, it was still alive there.
Yeah. Tell him to stay then. We may as well pop over there.
Yeah, I'll come say hello first.
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
I had a pizza at the start of it, I think. It might have been when we were on the phone before the lockdown, actually.
I bring food home and I was eating, but I forgot entirely what it was. Then I even drank a protein drink after it.
That's what I haven't had today. I didn't cook the tuna mornay that I was going to.
Man, okay. What the fuck did I eat?
Isn't there two of them with similar names, Mark? Humboldt Seed Company, and then there's Humboldt cooking something else. and they don't seem to like each other.
Probably like Humboldt Seed and Humboldt Seed Co.
One's Humboldt Seed Co. and one's Humboldt Seed Organisation or something.
Finished up.
Yeah, we'll see you all over there, people. Oh, he finished up. Ah. Tassie. Or Humboldt Seed Organisation finished up.
Oh no, Humboldt, because Tassie love.
Yeah. So some Humboldt Seed Organisations finished up. That'll get rid of a fair bit of the confusion, and if they're finished. We better end over and go to Tassie's. Thanks, 425, for everyone tuning through. We'll see us over there.
Later, fam.
Later, fam.